Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good Morning Longhorns, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
Tonight on Texas News Primetime.
A stabbing occurred in West Campus last night. A suspect has been taken into custody.
UT students protest against teaching assistants being relieved from their positions on campus. Now they face possible expulsion.
King Charles faces a cancer diagnosis. The form and stage is unknown to the public.
The FAFSA form is facing a software glitch for students with immigrant parents.
Elon Musk's company Neuralink inserts a brain implant into its first human patient.
This is Texas News Primetime.
News made for Longhorns.
Good evening, I'm Nicole Vargas.
And I'm Ella Danina. Thank you for joining us tonight.
We begin tonight with 4 UT students facing possible expulsion after protesting against 2 teaching assistants being relieved from their positions on campus. The TAs sent resources to students via Canvas regarding the Israel-Hamas war and were deemed to be, quote, lacking the professional judgment for the role, end quote. Students protested this decision by entering the Dean of the School of Social Work's office on January 17th. An investigation is now being conducted to determine the students will face repercussions, with expulsion being a possibility. The Longhorn Hellraisers, a spear organization here on the UT campus, are working to support an equivalent of the Corral for women's basketball. The Corral is the student section for UT's men's basketball team, encouraging students to come out and watch the games. The Hellraisers recognize the difference in student attendance for women's basketball games and published a statement regarding this matter on their Instagram page after the women's team played rival OU. The Hellraisers were determined to work alongside the newly founded organization, The Herd, to create an equally impactful student section for the team and grow the student support for women's sports across campus. UT Austin priority admission decisions for fall 2024 were released last Thursday. College Matchpoint estimates that the number of undergraduate applicants received a record-breaking 73,000 applicants as opposed to last year's 66,000 applicants. This 20% jump from previous years is a result of UT's rapidly growing popularity last fall. UT climbed 6 spots to reach number 32 in U.S. News and World Report's ranking of top private and public U.S. universities. This year's overall acceptance rate, excluding automatic admissions for Texas high school students in the top 6%, is as low as 11%. More information about UT admissions will be released after regular decisions on March 1st.
A man suspected of stabbing another man was arrested in West Campus last night. The Austin Police Department responded to the attack at around 7 p.m. The police arrived at the intersection of West 26th Street and Oasis Street. They promptly arrested a 36-year-old man by the name of Burt James Baker, who was suspected of the attack. The victim was taken to the hospital after suffering serious injuries. According to witnesses, the stabbing resulted from a fight that occurred at the intersection. Neither one of the men are affiliated with the University of Texas. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is suing 5 Texas cities over marijuana laws. Austin, Elgin, San Marcos, Killeen, and Denton all have ordinances that protect citizens from being prosecuted for possessing small amounts of marijuana. Currently, in Austin, if a person is found with a small amount of marijuana, the APD can only confiscate the drugs and write a report of the situation. Ken Paxton wishes to repeal this decriminalization law, stating, quote, I will not stand idly by as cities run by pro-crime extremists deliberately violate Texas law and promote the use of illicit drugs that harm our communities, end quote. An Austin nonprofit organization known as Rethink 35 has filed a lawsuit against the Texas Department of Transportation. Rethink 35 and other community organizations filed the lawsuit in response to a proposed Interstate 35 expansion. The $4.5 billion expansion near downtown Austin will widen the interstate by 8 miles. Groups opposing the expansion believe the extension will result in worsened traffic and carbon emissions, negatively impact air and water quality, displaced dozens of homes and businesses, as well as caused 10 years of disruptive construction. The Texas Department of Transportation is pushing back against these claims. Mark Williams, the executive director of TxDOT, responded in defense of the expansion by saying the filings are, quote, without merit.
SB 17, the bill banning diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives on public university campuses in Texas, has on UT's campus. The bill went into effect on January 1st, 2024, and UT is figuring out how to comply with the bill. Student organizations are not an exception to this bill, with organizations such as the Latina, Latinx, and Indigenous Leadership Initiative, or LILY for short. Reporter Rayon Sheikh spoke with a student ambassador from the organization about this matter. Tune in to Tower Talks tonight at 10 p.m. to see the rest of this interview. Tuesday, the Texas Supreme Court began hearing oral arguments concerning Senate Bill 14. The proposed bill would prohibit doctors in Texas from providing gender-affirming care to children. If passed, those under the age of 18 in Texas will no longer be allowed to access puberty blockers, hormone therapy, and certain surgeries. Families and medical professionals have filed a suit against this bill. Kenan L. Wooden is the representative for the families who filed the suit. Wooden made an argument against SB 14 to a panel of justices on Tuesday. Wooden criticized the proponents of this bill, claiming SB 14 is a violation of trans rights.
Nearly 38 million citizens are under flood alert in California and into Arizona. California is facing a severe river-fueled storm that has caused floods and mudslides across the state. The San Francisco Bay Area faced one of the worst storms just last night, with over 300,000 homes lacking power and damage, erupting over the city. San Francisco's 18th and Market Streets have recently been closed due to a pine tree falling and causing a landslide. Citizens have been warned to avoid walking in areas with trees, as well as parks. A trucker convoy is currently on its way to the Texas border. The Take Our Border Back convoy started in Virginia and has grown to over 200 vehicles once it reached Texas. Its ultimate goal is to reach Quemado, Texas, 20 miles from Eagle Pass, Texas, where the Texas National Guard has refused access to Border Patrol agents. The convoy hopes to show support for Texas over the ongoing border crisis. U.S. officials are tracking the convoy over fears of potential violence taking place. The free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, is facing a glitch for students whose parents are immigrants. The application is not allowing parents without a social security number to contribute to the form, leaving many students unable to receive financial aid. Federal officials have stated that this glitch will be fixed, but it is unknown when this form will be accessible to immigrant families. Patrick Mahomes Sr., father of Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes Jr., was arrested Saturday night in Tyler, Texas, on suspicion of driving while intoxicated, according to online arrest records. The senior Mahomes is facing a third or more DWI charge with a bond set at $10,000. A third DWI offense is considered a felony in the state of Texas and can carry a sentence of up to 10 years in prison if convicted.
A statement from Buckingham Palace officials announced King Charles III's cancer diagnosis Monday morning. The form and stage of cancer is still unknown to the public. This diagnosis comes after the King's recent hospital visit for an enlarged prostate when the medical officials raised additional concerns. The King, who is 75 years old, is receiving outpatient treatment and is postponing public responsibilities for the duration of the treatment. On Saturday, February 3rd, the United States launched a retaliatory assault against the Houthi militant group in Yemen. Since the start of the Israel-Hamas war, a group known as the Houthis have amplified their aggression against the United States. The Iranian-backed terrorists have been relentlessly attacking U.S. warships on the Red Sea off the coast of Yemen. Houthi provocation came to a head last weekend when several U.S. soldiers were killed in Jordan following an attack. In response, the United States and the UK launched missile strikes on 13 different Houthi locations. This will likely not be the end of Houthi aggression. A Houthi official by the name of Mohammed al-Bukaiti vowed retaliation, saying, quote, "American-British aggression against Yemen will not go unanswered, and we will meet escalation with escalation," end quote.
When we come back, Ring Week at the University of Texas is coming up. How to know if you qualify and where to place your order. PrimeTime will be right back.
13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore, seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good Morning Longhorns, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
Welcome back. 1 million of its vehicles. TSTV News correspondent Ethan Housewright has the latest.
Thanks, Nicole. Tesla is recalling over 2 million vehicles over brake lights. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reported that warning lights on the instrument panels of the vehicles are too small. In addition, the agency stated the brake, park, and anti-lock warning lights could increase the chances of accidents due to their minute font size. The warning light recall will be done via an online software update, which covers the Model S, Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and the new 2024 Cybertruck. After facing controversy surrounding implanting brain chips inside of monkeys, Elon Musk's company Neuralink has reportedly made the leap into human patients. Musk reported that the implant showed promising results to the patient after the implant detected neural functions, stating on X, first results showed a promising spike in neuron activity. The company hopes that further testing will allow scientists to cure neurological diseases and potentially cure paralysis. Skeptic about receiving a brain implant? Well, researchers at UT Austin have found a solution. A new molecule involved in neuropathic pain, nicknamed FEM1689, targets opioid receptors within the body, making it a strong candidate as an alternative to pain medication. In addition to regulating the body's response to injuries, Stephen Martin, co-corresponding author of the research report, stated, "We found it to be an effective painkiller, and the effects were rather long-lived."
Thanks, Ethan. Some UT organizations are hosting Valentine's Day Graham events. Tell us more.
Several student organizations at UT are hosting Valentine's Day Graham events for the upcoming holiday. You can send a crush gram with a crush soda to a special someone through campus events and entertainment. The school undergraduate student council is selling both flower and candy grams. The Texas Panhellenic Council is selling Panhell Love candy grams, consisting of candy hearts and chocolate roses, benefiting their philanthropy circle of sisterhood. You can find more details on orders and deadlines on the organization's Instagram accounts. Next week is Ring Week at the University of Texas. If you have completed 75 hours towards your degree or 16 hours graduate students, you have qualified to earn your class ring this semester. You can head to Ed or Harbin Alumni Center from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. between February 12th and February 16th to get your ring size and place your order. You can also complete the order process online at balfour.com. You must place your order between 11:59 on February 16th to participate in the Spring 2024 Tower Dedication on April 18th and Ring Celebration on April 19th. You may know Phil, but have you heard of Bee Cave Bob? Texans in Texas have put their own spin on Groundhog Day as they celebrate Armadillo Day. Bee Cave Bob the Armadillo has been making his weather predictions since 2011, and according to his owner's statement to Fox 7, Austin, he has been 100% accurate in years past. Both Phil and Bob did not see their shadows, predicting that an early spring is on its way this year.
When we come back, the latest in Formula One racing for Press Box on PrimeTime. We'll be right back.
13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good Morning Longhorns, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
Welcome back. Sports correspondent Sophia Kurtz joins us now with the latest.
On Thursday, there was breaking news announced within the Formula One community. There has been speculation over the past few years that Sir Lewis Hamilton would retire or receive an extension from Mercedes. The 7-time world champion has signed a multi-year contract with Scuderia Ferrari starting in the 2025 season. Carlos Sainz, who has been with Ferrari since the end of 2020 season, will no longer remain with Ferrari due to this blockbuster move. Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc will both be wearing the iconic red uniform, as Leclerc received a contract extension on January 25th that will be until at least 2026.
Can you explain why this is such a big deal to those who might not know a lot about Formula One?
Yeah, of course. I'm so knowledgeable about Formula One. So this is a big deal because Hamilton has been with the Mercedes F1 team since 2013, before he got into the top league. He had been with Mercedes since he was 13 years old. On social media, Hamilton announced what the team and the team principal, Toto Wolff, has meant to him. Additionally, he mentioned that this was one of the hardest decisions he has ever had to make, and that he wanted to finish on a high together. Before 2013, he was with McLaren from 2007 to 2012, winning one of his 7 world championship titles with McLaren. Of his 6 other titles he has won with Mercedes, nearly back-to-back, Hamilton has been keen on winning another championship, but hasn't been able to get those results since the 2020 season. With Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, this could arguably be seen as the most talented driver lineup on the grid.
What do you think this means for fans across the F1 community?
I think that Mercedes fans are probably very disappointed because this has been Hamilton's home for nearly 11 years. He has led so much change within the sport and one of the most talented and highly regarded drivers ever to exist. On the winning aspect, I'm sure Hamilton fans are excited to see if he can make more of a difference at Ferrari. This will be an elite lineup, so it'll be very exciting to see Ferrari is the most successful F1 team ever, with 16 constructors titles and 15 driver titles. Ferrari has always been a team that strives for more and more wins, so the addition of Hamilton will be very exciting. But for now, we will have to see what happens in the 2024 season. This first race is the Bahrain Grand Prix and is on March 2nd at 9 a.m.
Thanks for your insight, Sophia. Coming up, all you need to know about the 2024 Grammys. We'll be right back.
13 of the 48 club sports offered by the university now require students to submit proof of sex assigned at birth.
I know deep down they would probably want to stay with the university.
No way in hell anybody's going to tell my daughters what to do with their bodies.
This state is one of the worst in child education.
We can't take it anymore, seeing those scenes.
Going to Hillel on Friday night, all my family members kept texting me not to go.
There's a huge housing crisis in Austin. Do you have a plan in place to address this issue? Determined to start your day well? We're up bright and early. From the enriching local stories to the weather forecast later in the day. Rain or shine, at Good Morning Longhorns, we got you covered. Comprised of a studious reporting staff going lengths to get that scoop, and a talented technical team to enhance your screen visually. As a fellow Longhorn, your mornings are better with us. So start your day the Vivo way. Good Morning Longhorns, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central Time on TSTV.
The 67th Annual Grammy Awards happened last night and had plenty of memorable moments. Paisley Porter joins us now to spill the tea.
Last night, music fans across the globe tuned in to the 67th Annual Grammy Awards with performances from Dua Lipa, Joni Mitchell, and Luke Combs. Though there were many notable winners last night, there were a few highlights. Kicking off the night, Miley Cyrus won her first Grammy for the Record of the Year. Billie Eilish won Song of the Year for What Was I Made For from the Barbie soundtrack. And SZA won Best R&B Song for Snooze.
Did you watch the Grammys last night?
Absolutely. I signed up for a YouTube TV free trial just so that I could get it because I don't have cable. And I canceled it this morning, so. But yeah. I'll do anything to see award shows. I love them. They're so glamorous. Additionally, one of the biggest announcements of the night was Taylor Swift's new album, The Tortured Poets Department. After her hit album Midnights won Album of the Year, she shocked fans by announcing a new set of songs rather than the popular prediction that she would be announcing Reputation Taylor's version.
How are you feeling about this announcement?
To say I'm excited would be an absolute understatement. Wearing friendship bracelets currently. Personally, I was really rooting for Reputation Taylor's version. However, I did notice her pattern of re-release, new album, re-release. So I was a little skeptical, but I'm super excited for this new album. She released the track names today, and some of the features, including Post Malone and Florence and the Machine. It's going to be a very interesting new album. She really caught us off guard with Midnights being more of a pop album after having two more folk-sounding albums. But Apple Music has categorized it as synth pop, so I'm really interested to see. And I'm really happy that she announced it after she won her 13th Grammy. I think it's all lining up. She's a mastermind, as she calls herself, and we get to see her this Sunday at the Super Bowl. How wonderful! I mean, supporting her boyfriend. So I think that this is going to be a very good week. I'm looking forward to April 19th.
Thank you, Paisley. That's your Monday briefing. I'm Nicole Vargas.
And I'm Ella Danina. From all of us at TSTV News, thank you for watching.
Now go out and change your world.